what makes a movie great? If we're in the world of Steven Soderbergh, this is the second movie we've done of his within like the last week. Previously was Black Bag. That's available on Peacock. Go check that out. Excuse me. This movie, Presence, just became available on Hulu. I jumped for joy when I saw the thumbnail. So I had to watch this movie, and for $2 million, this guy does the impossible. He makes a movie that sticks to your bones, and it's not escapable. But if you're a little bit of a science fiction fan, we have, I don't know, some fun nitpicks. But other than that, this movie is a absolute masterpiece. So go check it out. If you want to hang out, I'm going to roll that intro so we can get a little bit deeper on this movie. We're going to get some freaky deaky. We're going to get some P. Diddy on Presence because this movie's great and I want to talk about it. So let's go.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production. Take one.
Action!
So here it is. We have Steven Soderbergh and David Koepp. David Koepp, pretty much roaring back. You know, he's one of the writers behind the new Jurassic Park Rebirth. He also wrote Black Bag, Steven Soderbergh's previous movie. But David Koepp, our writer here, I believe it was 1999, Kevin Bacon, wrote and directed a movie called Stir of Echoes. I immediately got inspired to re-explore and just re-engage with that movie. Because I don't think I've seen it since the 90s. I don't think I've seen it since it came out. I think I had the DVD. I'm not even sure. I may have listened to the commentary of the DVD, but not like sat down to watch the movie. Because I don't think a lot of time had passed between the two. Theatrical release, DVD release, but whatever. David Koepp, fantastic though that this guy has roared back. He's back in the lexicon of American filmmaking, and rightfully so. He's one of the talented writers that we have today. Him collaborating with Steven Soderbergh with a $2 million budget. Potentially a movie that looks like it could have been shot in a week, maybe 3. It's a first-person perspective ghost mystery. And that's all you need to know. Some people have said this is the first of its kind, but I'm not 100% that, right? Because we've seen first-person perspective ghosts before. Potentially for the length of the entire movie, I get that. Like the Presence could separate itself from that. But what was the other movie? The Ghost. There's a movie called Ghost, and I'm not sure. Right, like that's not going to be first person perspective, but it's also unique. And I think when people talk about technique, sometimes that's really what they want to say. They want to say that this film is unique. It's focused, hyper focused for this example, but it's important and you should pay attention to the technique and enjoy it. And that's exactly where Presence is. Now, excuse me too, guys. I still have that tickle in my throat. Previously, we went through Soderbergh's filmography. This movie came out in 2024. This year, he's had a release called Black Bag. I wasn't 100% if those two movies overlapped within the same calendar year, but he's a filmmaker that just needs the story, and that's relatively it. The things that he can do and the things that he knows how to do as of the production of a film. I'm talking about sitting down, having conversations, picking a direction of something, a point of view, what the time frame is, what the budget is, who can we get, who would be good here, and how quickly you can start. Like, and he's a filmmaker that I envision as, he envisions the entire process. The pre-production, the production, and the post. Not every filmmaker is that. For example, if we compare him to Steven Spielberg, I'm not really sure Steven Spielberg is really good with post. I'm not really sure Steven Spielberg is even good with knowing the audience nowadays. Soderbergh, he's breaking the ice recently. To me, he's up there with Woody Allen, and he's up there with Ridley Scott. After watching this too, I just ordered a bunch of books about Soderbergh, because he's an absolutely fascinating filmmaker to me. So if we get into what separates this movie from everything else, this entire film leads into one single shot at the end. And it's so heartbreaking. It's so gut-wrenching. But oddly, it's also hopeful. You don't forget about it. You want to discuss it. You even want to just, I don't know, like, find someone you love and hug them. Even if it's a dog. Even if it's your favorite pillow, your blankie. And he brings us through this emotional roller coaster. He also gives us a glimpse of teenagers and home life and moving and dealing with grief and all these elements. This is a great don't leave kids home alone movie too. Like, you just don't do it. I cannot recommend this movie enough. I cannot recommend this movie quick enough. In my view, Presence is a game changer of low budget, high tech, big concept filmmaking. It's one of the best horror movies in recent years. It deserves more adulation. It really does. I don't know, like, again, where was this movie in awards season? Again, but you know, we watch movies here, so and we watch everything here. Unlike the members of the Academy. Alright, aka Padders. Little quick one today. Just wanted to say this movie is phenomenal. Go check it out.
Okay, that's a wrap.